Thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on and watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I've been working on this game for about a day or so. It's not much, but it definitely took a lot longer to get this far than I thought it would. Kind of wanted to give a basic rundown of all that's been happening with it, along with, you know, maybe telling a little story along with it too. And I hope you enjoy. Once again, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so this is what I have so far for the game that I have been wanting to make. A lot of the sprites and stuff are, what are they called? Free. I got them online for free from a couple of the asset stores. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through and kind of act like I haven't played it before, even though I know exactly what happens, which is why I want to tell a little bit of a story to go along with it too. Just get this up, set up real quick, so that way I can keep track of everything correctly. Okay. Press E to interact, alright. Hello. If you're reading this, please give this message to the house up ahead, but do not open the letter. Thank you. Letter was added. Alright, seems pretty simple. Kinda gives me... Okay, so I'm gonna tell a bit of a different story than what I was originally going to do. So I'm a communication major at my college of choice, right? One of the things that we talk about a lot is the communication transaction model. And so basically what this sign is doing is it's asking to send something. It's basically being a sender to this house up here that I'm just gonna... Alright. Well, that's not great. There's another sign though, so let's just try this again. You fell for the oldest trick in the book. Haha. Good luck getting past this obstacle. Okay, so the person that was trying to send the letter to begin with obviously isn't going to make it easy on us. So we got to get past an obstacle, or almost kind of like a barrier. That what happens a lot of time with the sender trying to... Come on, get on this thing, please. Thank you. What happens a lot of the time is people will try to send messages to a receiver, somebody they're talking to or talking with, and they won't be able to get it right away because of possible barriers, like these jumps, for instance. I forget how small that ledge was. I may not be able to make them all first try. I mean, kind of hope I would, but having to like navigate past all these and just continually work your way up to kind of get your message across to somebody, especially if they've, you know, they're from another country or from even a different part of the state. They takes a lot of practice and a lot of working at it. So we were able to get out of there, luckily. So that gets us to where, in the communication transaction model that I had mentioned earlier, the message has now gotten past some of the barriers, at least hopefully. Hopefully there isn't any more. Alright, let's see what the sign has to say. What? Well, you may have made it, but watch your step, or else you have to do it all over again. That's another like common pitfall with communication, is a lot of your situations that you've taken in the past, your like frame of reference that you have, and the other person's frame of reference is different. So for example, if I were to miss the house like that, then we have to do all this over again because we didn't get the message across to the intended receiver. We weren't able to achieve what's called shared meaning. Okay, come on, please, thank you. So there's just like this dynamic about communication, which is why it's called the communication transaction model. It's not just, okay, well, we're here at the house finally. It's not just action, it's a transaction between two or more people, which is, I think, is kind of neat. Alright, press E to slide the letter under the door. And let's see what this final sign says. Well, congrats! You got past all these barriers set in place to get the message to me. Please wait 2 to 3 business days for a reply. So we don't even get to see what the message was or who it was for or anything like that. And we won't even know if we have what's like shared meaning, which is the goal of communication to begin with. A little bit more on the transaction model just as I like go to practice these jumps again, because it's always good to try and practice getting past barriers. A lot of the communication transaction model is centered around attempting to get past these frames of reference and these barriers set forth between a sender, which in this case would be the first sign that we saw that gave us the letter for some reason, and the receiver, which is whoever is inside this house that we just, can't get into. Hey, I know I cut the video a little bit short, but I just kind of rambled on for like the next 5 minutes about stuff that did not matter at all. It happens a lot. But basically what I wanted to get across is shared meaning is the goal of the communication program as a whole, and the communication transaction model especially, because without the shared meaning and the understanding between the sender and the receiver, a lot of issues can happen, and that can be due to having a bad frame of reference, or not getting past barriers appropriately, or even the context of a situation can totally change the meaning of a message. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and bye.